are lazy. You say they're smart.
That's right. We shouldn't get tied to the specific numbers here. Very few people actually receive $80,000 to $100,000 a year. But it does illustrate a problem that's going on within the welfare system, which is that as soon as you take a job, you start losing your benefits, you start paying taxes, you incur the expenses of going to work. The marginal tax rate of leaving welfare for work is extremely high. You can end up worse off financially if you're working than if you remain on the dole.
Yeah, let me show you. Here's a full screen here that we have of jobs with lower average income than the top government benefits. So they're electrician, firefighter, machinist. I think what's interesting in this story, Michael, is that it used to be that welfare was for the poor, and what we're seeing Democrats do, and so many of these Democrat states do, as you saw from the number of states that are increasing benefits, is they're pushing it up so that the middle class becomes more dependent on government and therefore beholden to these Democrat lawmakers who keep doling out the benefits.
Well, we are seeing a gradual growth of the welfare state up the income scale.
Right.
In this particular case, a lot of the heavy lifting is being done by Obamacare subsidies.
Yes.
And those are for people earning 300% and 400% of the poverty level. So what you're seeing is that the average middle class American is now increasingly relying on government benefits. That's not the idea of programs that were designed to deal with poverty.
Right. So I would say to you, and I ask you how you think this will be for America's future. American dream, the prosperity of America has always been built on the American work ethic. So what will this do to our future as more people become dependent on government and work less?
Well, it is going to have an impact on our productivity. It's going to have an impact on economic growth. And don't forget, we have to pay for all of these programs. We spend about $1.8 trillion every year on welfare programs or programs designed to help the poor, largely because a lot of this money is not going to the poor. Yeah. And that's all borrowed money, as we heard earlier.
Yeah, I think it affects people's dignity. I think people like to work. In the end, it's good for them, and I can speak for myself. I do not want scraps off the government table, and I think most people still feel that way. The question is, will this new generation that becomes dependent on government handouts, will they feel that way too? Michael Tanner, so great to have you here today. Very interesting topic.
Thank you.
All right. Still ahead.